Namaste, I'm Archana Pami. Welcome back to my channel. Wrapping up this week's series of animal asanas with an how-to for Simhasana and Simhagarjanasana. So Simhasana is the lion's pose and Simhagarjanasana is the roaring of the lion. So I will show you both of them. Now you would have, if you have watched my previous videos, I would have already demonstrated how to do Bhadrasana, which is sitting on our legs with the knees bent and sitting on the heels. So starting position is that. So we'll start with Simhasana. I'll demonstrate how it is done, both the front and the side angle, and then we will move into Simhagarjanasana. Now both these poses are pre-meditative poses. These tend to calm you down and relax you so that you are focused in this particular movement, and then you can sit down in Padmasana or Vajrasana or any of those meditative asanas and then meditate. So the only prop that I'm going to be using is a block or a cushion, and this is in the case where your hips are not yet able to reach the heels when you sit in Bhadrasana. So getting onto the knees, all I want is to widen the knees, and then you're going to place your hips on the curves formed by your heels. That is Bhadrasana. If your hips are not sitting on the heels, you can place a block below and you can sit on that. So it's more comfortable that way. If not a block, a cushion or a rolled up blanket or even a bolster is also absolutely fine. So you can place a bolster and sit on top of it. So once you sit here, I'm removing the block. So you can place the palms in front of you, your arms in front of you. The palms, the fingers are pointing towards you, towards your groin. So now this itself will automatically arch your upper back, lower back and your upper back, because you are placing the arms forward. Tilting your neck up is Simhasana. Again, to show you how it looks like in the side angle. And I'm just showing it again with a prop. You can place it such that you're sitting on the block and not on your heels if you're not able to, and then do it. So you can place the block like this, place the palms, just to show how it looks like from the other angle as well. Either place the block like this and you sit and you look up, or this is the final pose. And so that was just to show you how to get into Simhasana. So now getting into Simhasana, moving into Simhagarjanasana. Simhagarjanasana is the roar of the lion. So we are, if not roar, we are at least going to make an ah sound, sticking the tongue out. So something that will be fun to try with your kids, or somebody who like me still feels like a kid at heart and in behavior sometimes. So place the palms, extend the elbows. You see that the elbows are extended, so that way your back is bent. Tilt your head up, staying here for a few breaths. Ideally, this pose is done with Nasagigra Drishti, which means you close your eyes and you focus on your eyebrow center. If you have had any eye surgery or glaucoma, please don't do this. Just gaze up, or just close your eyes. If you can, then just focus on the eyebrow center, and that's how this is a preparatory pose for meditation asana. Now for Simhagarjanasana, just stick your tongue out and make a sound of ah. So you inhale, stick your tongue out, ah. and stick your tongue back in and you exhale and you breathe. So inhale, stick your tongue out, make the ah sound as you exhale, as long and slow as possible, and then release. To make it more intense, what you could do is when you are making the ah sound, it is recommended that you move your tongue left and right. So it looks something like this. Sounds funny and sounds so calming as well at the same time. But it is Simhagarjanasana. So if you feel like you have too much of stress, tension, just get into this pose and scream your lungs out and feel relaxed and calm at the end of it. So you could do this a couple of times and then release. So again, releasing, bend the elbows and then sit down. So that wraps up the asanas for this week. So this was Simhasana, Simhagarjanasana. A beautiful pose to calm yourself down, bring your attention back into the current moment, removing any thoughts that you have, and get ready to start meditating. And Simhagarjanasana is more intense practice where you are also making the sound of the roaring of the lion. I don't think I sounded like one, but I liked what I did because I was able to breathe and feel that vibrations in my throat when you're actually doing this. So this actually helps work your Vishuddhi or your throat chakra, gives you more confidence, and vocal communication kind of improves as well when you do this. And when you're doing Simhasana with the focus on your eyebrow, it also works on your Agnya chakra or the eyebrow center, helps build more intuition, and that focus helps you get into meditation easily. And here is a quick recap of Simhasana and Simhagarjanasana modifications and benefits. For modifications, you can always use a bedsheet or a cushion for your knees as you sit in Bhadrasana. And if your hips don't reach your heels, you can always sit on a block, a cushion or a bolster. And first start with Simhasana. Close your eyes and focus, tilting your head back. And then you can move into Simhagarjanasana as you inhale. And then as you exhale, stick the tongue out and make the ah sound. Now in terms of benefits, this is very good for posture correction because your spine is going to get into its natural, is going to get into better alignment with the back stretch and the tilting of the head that happens. At the same time, because of the concentration on the eyebrow center in Simhasana, very good pre-meditative posture, and with the vocal modulations done in Simhagarjanasana, very good to calm and de-stress your mind and improve your communication. So hope you found this useful. Please share your feedback and suggestions. Namaste.